Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Marketing Podcast, your source for all things marketing. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, today I have Andrew Pawlak on the line, and he is the CEO and co-founder over at leadpops.com. Andrew, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Adam.
So a lot of business owners, entrepreneurs, executives listening, and I think these are always the most popular episode on this podcast, lead gen and lead generation. So excited to get into that with you. I know you're an expert in that. But before we do, let's talk a little bit more about what you're doing over at LeadPops. Tell us a little bit more about the company, please.
Yeah, we're a software company. We specialize in lead gen software. So our goal is to make sure if you're doing marketing, you're driving traffic, we're converting the people that are finding you into actual leads. You know, our clients primarily are mortgage, real estate, insurance professionals. They can't really do business with clicks. So we've got to convince these clicks to give you some information. And there's a whole psychology to it. There's understanding how to convince somebody that finds you online to give you some information about who they are and what they're looking for, and that's our specialty. So we create software that does that. It's a plug-and-play solution. You can plug it into a website, a blog, email marketing, videos, social media, Google Ads, you name it, really any traffic source. And then the solution is built to convert people and to get them to give you some information and convert leads into actual opportunities that will drop right into like your CRM or whatever follow-up mechanism you have. And then we also do some marketing services, some consulting, but the bread and butter really is setting up a platform that's built to convert leads. Otherwise, you know, doing a lot of marketing and spending money to drive ads and get a bunch of clicks doesn't really do you any good if you're not converting.
Man, I think that's going on my Twitter today. I'm going to quote you on Twitter for this one. Your Twitter, are you on Twitter at all? You have a Twitter handle? I'm going to tag you in this one. Can't do business with clicks. Got him. That's awesome. No, I love it, and it's true because there's something that happens with the more we have analytics out there. Sometimes people get pretty, and obviously this is good to know where your leads are coming from, other things like that. But if they're not converting or if you're not getting the right data, then it's just you know, it's vanity. It's like, okay, you got, what was your reach, but how much money did you make from it? That's the whole point, right?
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of people just incorrectly assume that marketing that they're doing doesn't work. Simply because they've never optimized to convert. So they got all these clicks. They got people coming to their site, but that's an expensive mistake to make. In the mortgage world, these people are making thousands of dollars on a loan. And if you've got people coming to your site, if they're looking at your landing page, they opened up your email, this is a critical opportunity to convert that person into an actual conversation. That's all we want to do is get you on the phone with more people. You're a salesperson. I want to give you more at-bats, more opportunities to talk to the people that are finding you online. But most people are dropping the ball with that. They get the eyeballs, they get the traffic. They don't necessarily have a traffic problem. They have a conversion problem. So they get all these clicks. It's like they're running the air conditioning. They left their windows down. You've got to have something in place that's going to turn these people into leads. All the biggest companies out there have figured it out. We've done a lot of work with some of the bigger names in the industry to create solutions for this. And now we deliver that to our clients, but it's really something I think any business that relies on leads can learn and implement, and you don't necessarily need lead pops, but you just have to understand how to approach people online, how to ask for information in a way that doesn't scare them off. And that's where most people are dropping the ball. They're coming at consumers asking for too much information, asking for stuff people don't want to give them, when if you asked it a little bit differently and collected information in a different kind of way, you could get a lot more of the people that are finding you to actually give you some of that critical information, like, of course, their name, email, and phone number is really what our clients want more of. But you can't just hit people with, give me your name, email, phone number. Tell me where you live. Give me stuff that you don't want to ever give me when you hit a website. There's like a strategy behind how you get that information. So that's our specialty. And you can probably tell I'm pretty passionate about it. I get pretty excited talking about it. So
I love it. It's awesome. I love passion when people are passionate about what they do. What are some of the unique advantages to LeadPops? A lot of lead gen software out there, but you guys are doing some things slightly different. What are some of the advantages?
Yeah, so a bunch of them. I would say the biggest is that we're looking to get a higher quality lead. I think leads are great, but it's not just a numbers game. Like quantity isn't necessarily what we're looking for. We're looking for quality. I'd rather have 10 good people than 100 not so good and a bunch of tire kickers, and then I have that opportunity lost because I'm chasing people around and I'm making phone calls to people that I shouldn't be wasting time with. So I think less is more in that respect. Not necessarily that we can't get you a lot of leads, but if we're going to focus on something, I would prefer to get a higher quality lead, more people that are serious about making a purchase or making a decision than, a whole bunch of tire kickers. So we have a way of collecting a lot more data from people. So a lot of times a lead form is just give me your name and email address, like get an ebook, and marketers judge their success by how many white paper downloads they've gotten. That's cool. That's a good metric. That's a nice, like, success story in a way, but what we're trying to do is get a lot more information. We're typically getting anywhere from about 12 to 20 points of data on our lead forms, and along with a name, email, and a phone number. So ideally, phone numbers. Yeah, and a phone number is critical. We need to get them on the phone. Our clients, again, are not the people that are trying to chase people around with emails. We're trying to get a phone number. I want at least a text message or a phone call to go out to that consumer. And again, about, anywhere from 12 to 20 points of data. If you ask for it the right way, people are happily going to give it to you. It's just a matter of how you present the form, how you ask for the information that will make or break whether or not you're going to get the answers to those questions. If you ask them all at once, people aren't going to play. If you ask them for too much of it all at the same time, or you present too many questions, like give me your contact information just to start out the form, you're going to scare a bunch of people away. There's a whole psychology behind what you ask and what order and all that kind of stuff. And all that's it's pretty pre-baked, like baked into the product that we build. So we've already tested a lot of it out. We have a templated, pre-made solution for the businesses that we work with, the types of businesses that we work with.
What are and there's a lot of business owners listening, what are the type of size of companies that you typically work with? What's your sweet spot?
You know what? I would say our sweet spot is the individual, like in the mortgage world, it's a mortgage originator, a mortgage broker, the person that's actually doing the loan. We've got some partnerships with some bigger companies that have thousands of these mortgage originators, and we have an enterprise level partnership with them. But our clients are still the individual mortgage originators. So really, big companies are great because they can send us a lot of people and they all follow the same compliance and the same colors and branding and logo, and that makes things a little bit easier. But, our clients are typically the individual real estate agent, the insurance agent, the mortgage broker, the people on the streets doing the work. Our tech was originally born from working with two of our biggest clients were Zillow and Bankrate, and we helped them build out a solution for their big portal website. But those are not necessarily our favorite kinds of clients. We did a bunch of work with these guys. It was nice. It helped kind of fund the company at an early stage when that mattered a lot, and it helped us create something that we then built a product based off of. The stuff we did for Zillow, the stuff we did for Bankrate ended up creating a solution, a software product that we now offer to mortgage originators based on the stuff we did for these $2 billion companies. So we've had experience, it's like the whole range. We've worked with some big players, but our bread and butter, our sweet spot is the little guys. We like the little guys. Our whole rallying cry is take back your leads because everybody else is basically trying to steal them from you.
Oh, I love that. Get back your leads. I'm a fan. That's awesome, man. So, Andrew, if somebody is listening to this and they want more information on leadpops.com, what's the best way for them to reach out?
Best way, leadpops.com, right on our site. There's a demo request form. We practice what we preach. You'd actually see if you're going to request a demo with us. We're going to ask you some questions. We make it really easy and kind of fun to interact with, but we want to know a little bit about you before setting up a time. That way we can do some homework on our end. But request a demo, or you could set up a free trial. Either one of those, you can do it right at leadpops.com.
Perfect. Well, hey, Andrew, thanks again for coming on the show today. Great stuff. Telling us some background and what's going on with lead generation and what you're doing over at Lead Pops. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Marketing, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave us some comments in the comment section. Love to hear what you're doing for lead gen. And Andrew, thanks again for coming on the show.